still have two speakers, so I think it's better if we start. So, well, you can grab your food and then eat on your eat with your mouth, just like what Marvin said.
Everyone's welcome to sit on my couch.
Yeah. So everyone is welcome also to sit on the couch. Yeah, sure. So, okay. So I'm your next presenter. First up, I would like to introduce myself, and I'm Jed Seculles. Since 2008, I'm the CEO, and okay, I am a Ruby on Rails developer since July 2008, and I'm glad that some of the guys here I know from EYP. Welcome, guys. So, what I'm going to discuss with you guys right now is CoffeeScript. Actually, it's in a nutshell. So a brief discussion with about CoffeeScript. So CoffeeScript is a little language that compiles into JavaScript. So how to install it? Actually, well, CoffeeScript, you actually don't need to install it since CoffeeScript, consider it's just a JavaScript also. Well, it can be run in any JavaScript environment or in your browser. But yeah, you can still install the command line version of it. If just in case, well, CoffeeScript it's also included in the Rails 3.1. Okay, but if you're not using Rails 3.1. Since 3.1, Rails 3.1, when you compile your copy files, it will go into the app assets folder directly. If you don't use Rails 3.1, you can install the command line to compile all your .copy files. Well, I won't discuss with you how to install the CoffeeScript, but well, this command line version is a Node.js utility. So you just need to install, if you're using Mac, install the Node.js using the homebrew. It's just brew install Node, and then and install the npm, the Node package manager, and then npm install copy. And that's it. And everything that you need to do is on the command line to compile the copy files, and it will turn into JS files. Yeah?
There's actually a Jeff
Barista. Okay. Thanks for sharing that. So, well, to be honest, I'm not good in CoffeeScript yet. But here in SourcePad, I think we have one project that's running in 3.1, and Joshua was the best. Well, and most of our projects right now is running in Rails 3. Some of it are still in Rails 2.3. So we're getting there. We're still studying CoffeeScript. So, well, or most of us guys, I think I saw a lot of macros. So if you're using TextMate, I suggest that you also install the CoffeeScript TextMate bundle. Well, it's also in github.com/KNS. Actually, it's Jeremy Ashkenas. He's the author of CoffeeScript. Jeremy. Okay, so how to code it? Well, let's start with the basics. Well, use white space or tab to define a block level. Actually, I put a little soft tab here. Because I'm kinda, let's say, obsessive on the tabs indentation. I don't like the invisible forward arrow. Well, you don't need, sorry. Well, we use white space or tab to define a block level instead of using the curly brace. I forgot the no need for semicolons to terminate the expressions, so we will remove that. I will show you later on how to code your JavaScript into Coffee.
In JavaScript, it's not well known, but it's also optional in JavaScript to use semicolons at the end of your statements.
Yeah, actually, one of our guys do that. God knows best. So yeah, because there's the semicolon always in these codes, the semicolon always missing. So well, the code works. So well, it works. So no need for parentheses to invoke a function. If you're unless you're not passing an argument, but if you're passing an argument, you don't need to do a parentheses. And other thing is use dash bracket. They call it dash bracket, but I don't know how you guys call it. Dash forward.
Arrow.
Dash internet. Yeah, dash bracket to declare a function. So actually, that dash bracket is already considered as the function block. So I'll show you some codes. So can you guys read that? So the style that I'm going to show you is what we learned on how we know to write JavaScript and on how can we write this into Coffee. First off, well, this is a simple function for square and mathematically square and cube. So in Coffee, we need to, just like what I said earlier, we don't need the semicolons already. And the curly braces. Actually, we don't need the return anymore because the last, just like Ruby, the last line in the block, that's always considered as the returning value. And well, we can remove the bar, and just like what I said earlier, we can remove the function already and dash bracket. Okay, let's do this similarly here. This. You see how clean the code will be. From I think here's the copy file. It's done in one line of code, 2 lines of code, where from before it was 7 lines. Okay, so we wrote we love to write less codes and cleaner codes and easier to read, right? This one is in CoffeeScript, just like Ruby, we can pass default values to the arguments. Just like for instance, if the actor is null, we pass a default value here, and the code is null. But in CoffeeScript, we can write the code just like this. So just like what we do in Ruby, we pass default values on the variables that or the variables that we're passing on the argument functionally. So that's how we write the function in Coffee. So, don't forget this. The approach that I'm discussing with you guys is what we learned and how we were going to write it in Coffee. But on the real world, we write Coffee first, and then the compiler will write the JavaScript. Okay. So the next one is the object and array. So, well, in JavaScript, we pass objects and arrays just like this, and well, it's a 17 line of code where we can make it cleaner with this code. As you see, I removed the curly braces in the bar. Just remove all the curly braces, and all of them are tab indented. Okay, so every curly braces that you see there, Coffee will compile it with the tab. Sorry, I got blocked out. Okay. So that's what will you see on your Coffee file. Actually, when you write Coffee and then it compiled the file into JavaScript, I think it's a best practice that you read also the compiled JavaScript, because in that way you will learn how to write cleaner and correct code in JavaScript. Because, just like in the JavaScript file that I created, I assign var every time I call a new variable. But when you compile it into CoffeeScript, it calls the variables on the top of the file already. Just like bar singers, comma, numbers, comma, we build apps on the top. Well, the third one is the conditional statements. So, well, here's a different way to write this code. Well, just like Ruby. Or if you know this, if you're happy and you know, clap your hands. Okay. And this one-liner code, you guys know it. This is also an if-else statement, but in Coffee, they write this code differently. Like, just replace those characters. Then for the options, for the or condition, we do this. And there are various ways to also to do that. Not I'll give you the link later on other